Captain Jace Rowan woke slowly, feeling dust in his mouth and a ringing in his ears. His ship, the Aerolite, had been on a peaceful scouting mission when something hit them from orbit. The crash tossed him out of the ship and into the rocky valley below. He sat up slowly. His body ached, but he could move. Then he heard soft footsteps on the stones. When he turned, he saw her. A woman, but not human. She was only a little taller than his shoulder, her skin pale like moonlight, her long white hair tied with braided silver threads. Her eyes glowed faintly, like stars. She looked fragile, but something in her eyes showed she was not weak at all. Jace reached for his sidearm. She stepped back immediately. "No! Please, do not hurt me." Her voice cracked with fear. "I will not fight," she said softly. "I am bound by the law of my people. You saved my life. So now, human, I belong to you." Jace blinked. "I what? I don't even know you." The alien woman shook her head. "Your actions saved me. I was trapped in the lower decks when your ship fell from the sky. The fire would have taken me, but you broke the door and pulled me out." Jace frowned. His memory of the crash was blurry. He remembered helping someone pulling a small shape through smoke, but everything after that was darkness. The woman lowered her gaze. "My name is Lorela of House Seraph. And you are my life binder now. I must give you anything you ask." Jace felt cold. "I didn't save you for a reward." She looked up slowly. "My people do not give rewards. We give everything. It is our duty." Jace rubbed his face. "Lorela, I don't want anything from you. Not like that." She looked confused. "Then what do humans ask for in return for a life?" "Nothing," he said simply. "We save people because it's right." She stared at him for a long moment, eyes wide. Then something like awe slowly filled her expression. "You, humans, are strange." Jace managed a small smile. "You don't know the half of it." She laughed softly for the first time. It was a gentle, musical sound. But the moment didn't last. A deep, echoing roar spread across the valley. Lorela's eyes snapped wide with fear. She grabbed Jace's wrist. "We must leave," she whispered urgently. "Now!" Jace looked around. "What was that?" She swallowed. "The debt is not the only thing I carry." Before he could ask, she pulled him behind a tall stone and pressed her ear to the ground. "The hunters are close," she said. "Hunters?" Jace whispered. She nodded. "My people are not the only species on this world. The others, they do not forgive. They do not spare. They do not stop." Another roar shook the rocks. Lorela looked at Jace with fear and guilt mixed in her eyes. "They follow me. If they find you, they will not kill you quickly." Jace exhaled. "So I saved someone important." Lorela's voice was barely a breath. "I am the last heir to House Seraph, a royal bloodline my enemies want erased." Jace stared at her. "You're a princess." She shrank slightly. "Only in name, but yes." He peeked over the rock. Smoke from the Aerolite crash still rose in the distance. But something else moved through the shadows, large shapes, fast shapes, too precise to be animals. He turned back to her. "Why were you on my ship?" Lorela looked away in shame. "I was escaping. They destroyed my home. My guards hid me on your human vessel. They knew the hunters would not dare attack near human territory." Jace laughed once, dry and surprised. "Well, they dared." She looked heartbroken. "I brought danger to your ship. To your people. I am sorry." Jace placed a hand on her shoulder gently. "We'll deal with that later. Right now, we survive. You and me." Her breath shook a little, but she nodded. Another roar. Closer. Jace checked his pistol. Only a few charges left. He whispered, Lorela, can you fight? She hesitated. I cannot kill. My people forbid it. But I can help. Good enough, he said. They moved through the valley, climbing between broken stones and sharp cliffs. Lorela walked silently, almost floating. She pointed out safe paths, hiding spots, and places where the hunters' footprints still glowed faint red on the hot rocks. Her skills saved them again and again. But the hunters kept coming. Jace stopped when they reached a natural cave hidden behind a curtain of vines. We can rest here a moment, he said. Inside, the cave was small but warm. A soft blue glow from strange mineral veins lit the walls like lanterns. Lorela sat down slowly. She looked exhausted. You did not need to help me, she whispered. You could have left me. I am only a burden to you. Jace sat beside her. Lorela, you're alive. That makes you important. She stared at him again, like she was studying something impossible. In my world, she said, value is decided by status, bloodline, or power. But you humans give value simply because someone exists. It is hard for me to accept. Jace smiled gently. You'll get used to it. She lowered her head. Then, will you release me from my life debt? She asked softly. Jace leaned back against the cave wall. Lorela, you don't owe me anything. She looked at him for a long time, then slowly shook her head. No. I do. You saved my life, and now you protect me, even when danger follows. I must repay this. It is our sacred law. What exactly does the life debt require? Jace asked carefully. Her voice trembled. I must give you anything you want. Even myself. Jace looked away, embarrassed. You don't need to do that. Really? She frowned. Then what do you want from me? He thought for a moment. Help me protect you. Help me get us both out of here alive. That's repayment enough. Her eyes softened, like she finally understood. I can do that, she whispered. Before he could answer, shadows filled the cave entrance. The hunters had found them. Tall, armored creatures stepped inside, 6 of them, their eyes burning like red coals. Their claws dripped with glowing blue poison. They growled in unison, surrounding the two. Jace aimed his pistol. Stay behind me. But Lorela stepped forward. She closed her eyes and raised her hands. A soft silver light grew around her body, thin at first, then brighter and brighter until the whole cave shimmered. The hunters stopped. Hesitated. Even they seemed afraid. Jace whispered, What are you doing? She whispered back, What I should have done long ago, protect the one who saved me. The silver light exploded outward, forming a barrier that pushed the hunters back. The ground shook. Stone cracked. The hunter snarled, trying to break the shield, but it held. Lorela fell to her knees, energy fading, but she forced herself to stay upright. The barrier grew brighter. And then... boom! A shockwave blasted the hunters out of the cave, tumbling them across the valley floor. They screeched and retreated into the shadows. Silence returned. Lorela collapsed. Jace caught her before she hit the ground. You saved us, he whispered. She smiled weakly. I only paid a little of my debt. You don't owe me anymore, he said. She looked up, eyes half closed, voice soft. I want to stay anyway. Jace held her close, hearing more hunters roaring in the distance. Whatever awaited them next, he would face it with her. And for the first time since the crash, Lorela did not feel alone.